Hi, it's Kelly from MeMore TV. Today's topic is a very interesting one, and it's a question that I think is on many people's mind, and that is, to Botox or not to Botox? But what actually is Botox? How does it work? What does it do? Is it safe? Well, I am delighted to have Dr. Bernado here with me today to answer all of your questions. She is one of the best in the industry, and she'll also give you a little bit of her background too.
Can you just tell me what you've done to get to where you are now?
Absolutely. So my name is Dr Bernado. I'm originally from Brazil. So I moved to the UK 15 years ago. And since I arrived in this country, I had a passion for medicine and science. So I decided to do biomedical science first, and I did that at University of Surrey. Following that, I decided to become a dentist.
Yes.
Okay, so I did dentistry as a postgrad. With the profession, it was lovely to see how my career took a turn into the facial aesthetics. Once you have your teeth beautiful, then the rest of the face comes with it. So it was the lines in the forehead, around the eyes, between the eyebrows, and then the lips. So I found the need of going on further training and learn about this beautiful profession. So I did post-graduation. My research was based on the use of botulinum and toxin for medical purposes. When I use the word Botox, okay, I'm not meant the brand Botox. I'm saying botulinum toxin. The reason I'm using the word Botox is to cut it short. It was interesting to find out that it's not a new thing. People generally has this misconception, think Botox is new into the market, but it's not. It is a medicine that has been used since the late 1960s. Since then, Botox initially was used for the treatment of strabismus, which is basically when you have one eye, muscle of the eye, for instance, the right eye, it turns more to the right, and the left eye has a muscle that turns to the other side. So the stronger muscle, then you relax that with Botox and then bring them both to a symmetry level.
I've also heard that they use Botox on children with spasms as young as 4.
In hospitals under the NHS, it's not the first line of treatment, but in some cases it's an alternative treatment. Children with Down syndrome, sometimes they have injected into the salivary glands to reduce the production of saliva. So muscle spasm, pain. So there are several other uses. And as interesting as it seems, when one of the first uses was also for blepharospasms, which is when you have a twitching eye.
Yes.
So at that time, using Botox around the eyes not only improved with the muscle spasm, but also relaxes the lines around the eyes. So therefore, they thought, well, let's get approval, FDA approval, to be used in facial aesthetics. So majority of the time, the proportion of the amount of Botox, of the botulinum toxin, that's used for facial aesthetics is an insignificant amount considered to what is used in medicine. So one of the questions I commonly get asked, is it safe?
Yes.
I'm injecting a toxin into my body. Yes, it's pretty much safe. It's injected into the muscles and into the skin. How does it work? The Botox, the botulinum toxin, has different particles that once injected into the skin or into the muscle, it has a chemical attraction to components or to receptors, chemical receptors outside the neurons. And that takes up to 1 or 2 days or a few hours to be absorbed. So it gets absorbed once in contact with this receptor, it becomes chemically uptaken inside the neurons, and therefore it becomes an irreversible process. So it doesn't get spread throughout the body, it's more localized and stay there. With that process, it just blocks some receptors that cause the neurotransmitter release to cause muscle contraction. In short, what it is, Botox is a muscle relaxant. After 12 weeks, it's when people will start seeing the reverse effects of the Botox. That's when your body starts eliminating the Botox, and also when you have these receptors regenerated, this protein complex in which Botox interferes to relax the muscles, it starts to get regenerated.
So now you lecture at the university, is that correct?
Yes, that's correct. At the moment, I've established one of the academies, which is recently a new project of mine, which is the British Academy of Medical Aesthetics. So the idea is to get a group of professionals, of healthcare professionals, which is the best in the market,
Yes.
with an online platform to provide support to patients and also online training and one-on-one practical sessions to doctors and dentists and dermatologists and people in the medical field interested in not only Botox but in the medical aesthetic field. At the moment, I'm one of the lead trainers and lecturer for KT medical faculty at Harley Street. So I work together with the plastic surgeon Dr Sotirius, an excellent surgeon, and I'm very pleased to say that our delegates that come to the course, they are very impressed and they always come back.
Anything else you'd like to add about Botox to the people out there that quite often shun it or are scared of it? And it's not that we're advocating, it's educating.
What I would say is you need to be comfortable and confident with your body. So you shouldn't do something just because people are telling you to do. My approach to my clients and my patients is I always give them the mirror and ask what you don't like about yourself. So if there is a line there that really bothers you, if there is a facial expression that makes you look a bit tired, yes, it is an option. It's not for everyone, but there are indications. And if this is something that you always wanted to do but feel a little bit scared, I hope this video clarifies the do's and don'ts and the question marks you had in your head.
Thank you so much to Dr. Bernado for joining us today and giving us her in-depth insight to Botox. I really hope you've enjoyed this video and perhaps learned something new. To see how Botox is actually administered and to see Dr. Bernado actually working on my face, click on the video here. I also think you might like to watch the video down here. So please subscribe to my channel to see more videos on paleo, beauty, fitness, and motherhood. I'll see you in the next one.